Last time on Improv Tabletop, we had our first downtime session of the campaign, spending the hope and bond that we gained from our first hunt. Some highlights. Pilfer decided he doesn't want to deal with his problems through grog and shanties anymore, so he's trying to clean up his act and go straight edge. Oleg got himself healed from the bullet wound in his leg and also started tinkering around so he could create a little drone that can carry around gear for them, and assisted with Master Brickithon finding his new haven, his new kind of personal office that he set up. But also Master Brickithon made some interesting discoveries in terms of some missing memories that he has surrounding meetings that he is having with the director of the camp, and discovered that there was a little device built into the door jamb of Master Bartholomew's office that caused him to lose memories when he passed through the doorway. So we have some strange happenings going on here in the camp, but we're going to get into a particular strange happening with our next hunt. What's that hunt going to look like? I've got no idea. Let's find out here in the world of the Tension Builders. What's shaking, everybody? You're listening to Improv Tabletop, the Tension Builders, the bump in the dark actual play where we're making up everything on the spot. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by...
Caleb Anderton, ready to investigate all of the bumps.
Christian Randall, ready to investigate all of the dark.
And Evan Peterson, I'm getting worried in real life that my mustache is starting to look more Dr. Eggman than anything else.
It's a good look, though.
Let's analyze this, everybody. Do we feel this is an accurate statement?
I feel it's accurate, but it's not bad.
I'll just own it.
Keep the rest of the beard and you'll be good. All of our listeners are loving this visual gag that we're doing right now. So,
I'll post a selfie on the Patreon, so sign up for the Patreon if you want to see my mustache. That's the best incentive we've given yet.
That's the best incentive ever.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you really wax it real good so you get the full Eggman effect.
Deal.
Well, during our last hunt, we got some inspiration from Christian about what kind of event was going to be going on at the camp. Let's go over to Evan. Why not? What camp-wide event would you like to inspire our next hunt?
Oh, I'll draw on my real-life camp experience and go for one of my favorite activities we did at camp, which I was terrible at. And that is staff chase.
Staff chase.
This is essentially where the staff would run and hide, and the scouts would play a massive game of hide and seek to try and find us somewhere in the camp.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, I was terrible. I got caught immediately every time. We had staff members who were like, "Oh, I've got an elite spot. No one will ever know where it is," and they would legit, like, even amongst staff, you'd be like, "Dude, where are you hiding?" And they're like, "I'll never tell. I can't tell you."
I was one of those, in fact. So yeah, staff chase. Wonderful. Okay, so what's going to be our plot hook that we as the audience sees, but none of our characters are actually seeing? We've got a staff member, one of the nature area members, we'll say, why not? They're those dweebs, so expendable. Who would ever want to work in nature?
The worst.
Exactly. And he's walking along the nature trail, and he's trying to scope out the perfect location for staff chase. He is going to make sure that absolutely nobody finds him, because for the past several weeks, he's always gotten found, and he's getting ridiculed like crazy for it. This is Tavish. Tavish is walking along the trails, and he finds himself in a little sort of gully area. And instead of crossing over the bridge like you normally would on the nature trail, he goes down into the gully and starts poking around under some roots, etc., etc. He finds a little concavity and he's like, okay, this seems nice. And from the camera, we see like sort of a wide shot of the gully with this big old tree that has the roots hanging down. And he sort of settles back into his position. He's kind of like, okay, yeah, this is good. This is good. And then with a swift motion and a rustling noise and a yelp, disappears out of sight with a backwards motion, and silence prevails over this area. And now we go back to the haunted campsite where Troop 4x2 is getting ready, probably having dinner at this point. Staff chase happens. It's one of the evening events. So what's for dinner tonight in the haunted campsite?
I'm going to make pierogies. I'm going to roll out the dough and make good dumpling. Boil up some good meat dumplings for everybody. And we eat it with vinegar. Very good. Hearty meal.
Delicious. I only need them cut up a little bit by Pilfer so that I can eat them and not choke.
Older by the episode.
Next week I'll bring a blender.
We'll whip out my cutlass and just like whoosh, 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 hack through some pierogies. I'm gonna pull out my cutlass and I'm gonna say, Oleg, you know the game Fruit Ninja?
I am familiar.
I want you to throw the pierogi at me.
I'm going to fastball pitch this pierogi directly at Pilfer's face.
I'm going to try and chop it out of the air.
I think this sounds like a contested roll. Oleg, let's have you roll, I think, to hunt. You're trying to do something with precision here. Pilfer, let's have you roll to wreck, I suppose.
Okay.
Only 1 dot for each of you, so a pretty even situation we got here, unless one of you would like to push your luck or make a deal with the darkness.
I'll keep mine.
I'm happy with my roll.
Now it's a mental game.
I'm happy with my roll.
So am I.
Okay. I'll count down from 3 and both say your number at once. 3, 2, 1.
5.
Well.
Boy.
Are we sure that neither of us wants to push our luck or make a deal with the darkness?
I'm sure. It's not worth it. I'll take a pierogi to the face.
All right. I think what's going to end up happening in this instance, you hold up the cutlass and you do slice it, but you slice it in such a way that both of the pieces of the pierogi, because there is such a strong projectile force, they split in twain around your blade, and one of them goes into each of your eyes, Pilfer.
But hey, you got an eye patch, so you're fine.
That's true. One is defended. And I'm going to howl out, and grab Master Brickithon's plate and then hold my head I'm going to do a halfway bend so I'm parallel with the ground, and then smack myself in the back of the head so the 2 pierogi halves fall out onto the plate, and then I'm just going to hand it to him.
I don't know which one of these was in your eye. Well, that's fine, I guess. I'll just eat them anyway. These are delicious, Oleg.
Extra protein. Very healthy.
Aye, better than anything I've eaten on the sea.
I have question for group. For activity tonight, are we hunting or hiding?
Hunting.
Yes, it is our job to go find the staff members that have secluded themselves in the woods.
That is so true. And you hear rustling coming from the side, and out of some of the bushes, you see Scoops wearing a full ghillie suit, which some of the staff members, I believe, did actually do occasionally up at camp.
Yes.
And very reverse Homer Simpson going into the hedge meme, just materializes out of the bushes and says, here are the rules for staff chase. All of the staff members are going to get a 2-minute head start on the scouts. So we're going to ring the Liberty Bell, and that's going to be the signal for all the staff members to start hiding. Each staff member has a wooden nickel, and he reaches in, pulls out a little wooden nickel from his pocket. You can see it's got the logo for Camp Studston burned into one of the sides of it. If you can find a staff member, they give you their wooden nickel, and then you can take that to the trading post and get a free candy bar for it.
Free?
I want that nickel. I'm going to point my cutlass at him and go, give me that nickel, Scoops.
Okay, we're trying to intimidate him. I suppose you're trying to compel him?
I suppose.
All right.
I just want a free candy bar.
Okay, roll 2d6, I guess.
6.
6. Yeah, you put the cutlass at his throat, right at the area where the head conjoins with the rest of the torso, and give it just a little twist so it elevates just a little bit, and he goes, sure, okay. I mean, you're a pirate. We've been talking for the past couple episodes about how pirates are terrible people, right?
It's true.
Pilfer, the competition hasn't even started yet. You please give Scoops back his nickel right this moment.
But I want a candy bar.
Then you must earn it, young man.
I hate you. I give the nickel back.
Is there a limit to number of nickels we can collect?
Nope. You find the staff member, you get the nickel.
What is total number of staff member hiding?
Oh, there's a lot of staff members who work here at Camp Studston. How many friggin' staff members do we have at this camp? It's massive. We got 64 staff members who are going to be hiding out there tonight.
64 candy bars.
Oleg, my father always told me, do not spend all your wooden nickels in one place.
Are there multiple trading posts?
Well, no, just the one, as far as I'm aware. But it means just pace yourself, young man.
I will. Fast pace. Very fast pace.
You gotta go fast if you want to chase me. I move like the wind. Scoops goes to do a cool stunt, and he trips over his ghillie suit a little bit, but doesn't fall on his face.
Master Brickithon, were wooden nickels the predominant form of currency when your father was a child?
Yes, and in fact, when I was a child, we didn't move on to metal currency until I was in my late 20s at least.
How old are you?
My age is but a mystery to the rest of you. I believe you said something like that a while ago.
I'm 12.
Perfect.
Goodness, I wish my voice dropped that much by 12 years old. I would have had all the dames.
You've been a 12-year-old this entire time.
No. I was 11. My birthday was last week.
That raises so many more questions.
Flashback real quick to Scoops and Oleg and Alvin, the three of them just by themselves around the campfire with a cake, while Pilfer is off trying to steal alcohol from somewhere, and Master Brickithon is goodness knows where, getting his memories erased.
Happy birthday to me.
And back to the present.
Oleg, are years different in Russia?
They are cold. So we wait for ringing of the bell, and we begin our hunt. If they have ghillie suit, we must make preparation.
All right, we should scout out all the best hiding places in camp.
We have secret Soviet bunker, probably good hiding place.
But it's a secret. They don't know to hide there.
Good point.
Wait, what if all their hiding places are secret?
You think there are multiple secrets?
There's always another secret.
I noticed giant black tower that is new.
Ah, yes. The Fortress of Barad-dûr.
Good hiding place, maybe.
Aye. Is it too obvious?
There was an eye, yes, there was an eye at the top.
As I said before, it really doesn't bode well. I am not sure what the point was of bringing that atrocity here as one of the monuments, but there it is, I guess.
Aye, but when you say the name, it sounds really cool.
It does.
You have such a mystical old man voice.
Oh, thank you.
Scoops at this point looks down at his watch and says, "Oh, we gotta gather in the flag bowl in 5 minutes for the start of staff chase."
We had no time to scout. We waited too long.
It's all right. I have been at this camp many, many years. I know it like the back of my claw hand.
How well do you know the back of your claw hand?
Well enough. Onward.
You all head on the way to the flag bowl where everybody is gathering. The staff is there, and they're singing Old McTavish is dead and his brother don't know. And the energy is very high here. There's troops from all over the place, from hither and yon, all gathered here. You see the bric-a-brac troop is across the bowl from where you are, and Master Bricklebarrel is like drilling them right before they're getting ready to go on the staff chase. He's got them doing like push-ups and burpees and jumping jacks and all this stuff, getting them as prepared as possible. And we for certain are going to collect the highest number of wooden nickels of any other troop in this camp. And then it goes into like slow motion as he turns his head slowly towards Master Brickithon with his eyes narrowed, and an eagle screeches in the background.
I narrow my one good eye and my one better eye right back at him. And the screen shifts anime style, comes in very close.
And then from the background, the eye of Sauron atop Barad-dûr narrows its eye as well. And Master Bricktholomew steps forward in front of everybody, bangs his walking stick against the flagpole and says, "All right, everybody, it's time. Who's ready for staff chase?" And all the scouts start cheering uproariously. "You see before you 64 of the finest staff members the council has to offer. They have been training all summer for this. Every week they've been finding a new place to hide. They know this camp in and out. They know it like the back of their claw hands. Are you going to be able to find them? At this point, the staff are kind of all like bouncing up and down with their claw hands kind of in fist formation, kind of starting up this low chant. And Master Bartholomew goes over to the Liberty Bell, grabs the handle and says, "All right, everybody, 3, 2, 1, and he clangs the Liberty Bell as loud as he can, and the staff members start shooting off in every direction. Every single possible cardinal point of the compass and every possible degree in between. So you guys have now 2 minutes before it's your turn to run off after them. Are you going to try and do anything to prepare or give yourself an advantage before you start hunting?
Were there actually 64? Did I have a chance to count the number?
Go ahead and read the situation for me.
Oh no, I can't read. I'm illiterate. You roll 2 and you take the lower?
If you have no dots, yes.
I rolled a 6 and a 1, so I take the 1.
That you do.
Oh, man.
That's not good.
Yeah, I think all of the staff members are kind of milling around, jostling back and forth, and you can see of these 64 staff members, there are a solid like 27 of them that are wearing ghillie suits. They're all just like blending in and out, making it difficult to see, and feeling a little bit discombobulated. And maybe a little intimidated by how maybe actually good at hiding some of these staff members are going to be.
Oleg, are you all right? You look like a lion that is stalking a herd of zebras.
I'm trying to count, but numbers are hard. I want to make sure I can get all 64 candy bars.
I need to be honest with you. I don't think that's possible. Like, there's so many other scouts. I mean, there's a time limit, 64 people. I just think you need to be realistic with yourself.
Yes, you do need to be realistic with yourself, young Oleg. Master Bricklebarrel is standing directly behind you, and he looks down at Giles. Ah ha ha! Well, how have you been, young Giles? You and all of Patrol X? And Giles hides behind Pilfer and is like, "Oh, it's been going wonderful. It's been going absolutely lovely. Grand times over here. And Master Bricklebarrel sidles up to Master Brickithon and says, "Well, may the best troop win, I suppose."
We will.
Master Bricklebarrel, well, they're just letting anyone participate in this game, are they? I thought they had standards.
Oh, that is the rule. Everybody gets to participate in the activity.
Well, Bricklebarrel, we will see who the best troop is, because we are going to get so many more wooden nickels than you.
Ah, yes, you and your measly little troop. How many of you are there? And he kind of does a little head count, and I'm going to roll to see actually how big Troop X is. There are 10 people in Troop X,
Wow.
So including the 3 of you, there are, and Alvin, 14 people in your troop at this point. And he says, "It's so cute that you think you and your 14 have a chance against me and my 106 troops."
That's high.
I'm just gonna narrow my eyes and be like, "There's not enough candy bars for each person to get one. You will never win. The infighting will destroy you."
Well, you know what they say, Bricklebarrel. Quality over quantity, you know.
I'll say, Oleg, you can roll with sway to try and intimidate him if you want.
I'll take that. That's a 5.
A 5, okay. Master Bricklebarrel turns and kind of glances at you offhandedly and then does a double take when he sees, like, the last time he saw you, you were not this built. You were not this. You were 11 years old the last time he saw you. Now you're 12.
No, I'm 12. I have a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, and he narrows his eyes towards you and says, yes. Yes, indeed. And he makes a mental note that you are a threat that he should keep his eye on.
Take him as an enemy.
At this point, you hear the bell peal out once more, and Master Bricklebarrel kind of jumps and goes running back to his troop and says, "All right, everybody, just like we practiced." And you see they all like get down and start sniffing at the footprints of various staff members going off in different directions, getting ready to try and find them. So people are just shooting out in all directions like pepper on the surface of a water when you drop soap into it. Did anybody else do that in elementary school? Was that just me?
Yeah, but it's a weird cut.
Yes.
I like it though.
Okay, go all over the place. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna immediately just like Scooby-Doo run, just in place, and then shoot off, leaving like a little dust cloud of myself, and just start like running behind each tree and like lifting up leaves.
Oh, stay with him. Stay with him. We must stay together.
So you are rushing pretty fast. Sounds like you're scrambling, perhaps.
I am absolutely wanting to scramble.
All right.
Oleg is always Russian.
I heard you sigh in advance of that, of your own joke.
I didn't even say it with much conviction.
You're like, oh, this is bad. I gotta say it.
Basically.
That is another 5.
Okay, partial success. So for this hunt, I think we're going to give the countdown clock 6 ticks because this is a timed event. It's going to be a little bit quicker than the last one that you guys went on. So you start rushing around trying to find a staff member, and you're like digging through the undergrowth. You pass through some ferns, and the next thing you know, you're face to face with one of the staff members, and he goes, "Oh, beans!" And he snaps his claw hand and gives you a wooden nickel.
Nickel. Candy bar. And then I'm just gonna bite it.
Yeah, you bite it, it's definitely real wood. This is 100% real wood. The staff member gets up and starts sulking dejectedly, kind of Charlie Brown style, back towards the flagpole. But before you leave, you notice something in the underbrush here as well. It looks as if something large has been moving through the woods here with a very precise sort of movement. And you're like, okay, this is interesting. You start looking at the ground for tracks, and it's just all of these tiny, like, pinpricks of tracks in the ground.
Don't like that. Don't like that at all.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Before we get into the woods, I'd like to kind of show off to Pilfer and say, "Hey, Pilfer, watch this. Someone's always here." And I'll go and I will just knock on the top of the Liberty Bell, hoping that somebody's going to fall out.
Make just a straight up luck roll, I suppose.
No, that's a 1.
Okay, unless you can use your expertise to push your luck and help justify how this is a read roll instead of just a luck roll.
This is reading my past knowledge. Somebody's always, like, they think it's one of those spots where they think it's super clever, but everybody always hides in the Liberty Bell, and it's not actually that clever.
Okay, yeah, you're just going back through your memories. So yeah, you go ahead and make this a read roll instead.
Read is 2. I'll keep the 1, so I'll just roll another one. That's a 4.
4, partial success. Yeah, you like clang on the top of the bell, and one of the staff members falls down and like lands kind of slumped upside down looking at you from the dirt, and he goes, "Oh, beans," and snaps his claw hand and pulls out a wooden nickel and hands it over to you.
I will just flick it over to Pilfer.
There you are. First blood, Pilfer.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Ned, did any staff members hang around the bowl and kind of pretend like they weren't participating?
That sounds maybe like connect to me. You're trying to like read people, see what's going on with them. One thing I will say real quick before we get to that, also for Master Brickithon's, for your partial success here, because it's partial success, I think as you like smack the bell, it kind of like spins around, and very similar to kind of what happened with Oleg, goes all the way around and kind of like bangs you in the back of the head as well. So mark 1 luck for that, I think, to avoid taking a bad injury from it. But also as you're kind of like looking up into the bell, you see what's going on in there. And it looks like there's a bunch of little baby spiders crawling around inside of it.
Ew.
Disgusting. I hate spiders.
I'm not going to investigate that further. I'm just going to get away. They're gross.
Okay.
I hear there's a really, really rough spider if you try and make your way over to the big black tower.
All right. So yeah, Pilfer, you're connecting. That's 2 dots for you.
No.
Oh, I'm looking
Unless
at the
I'm on
wrong
character sheet.
Okay.
Nope. That's a not good one for me. I gotta roll 2 and take the lower. Want to see me roll double 6s?
Yeah.
Go for it.
4.
4?
Honestly,
That's not bad.
not bad for doubles.
Yeah, with 0 dice, pretty darn good. Yeah, I think you are looking around at all the different people who are kind of milling about, and you see there's a couple of like the older scoutmasters who are like, oh, let the kids have the fun. I'll just stay back here and chat about the good old days. And you see on like one of these groups of people, one of them is like, ah, yes, fellow old people, carry on my wayward son, am I right?
I'm gonna go approach him and be like, hey, you. Who's your favorite U.S. president?
Oh, Richard Milhouse Nixon, for sure.
I don't think you're actually an old person. I don't think anyone alive for Nixon thinks he's the best president.
And he snaps his clawed hand and goes, ah, beans, and hands you a wooden nickel. He goes sulking. Now, at this point,
Yeah, what's my partial success?
our partial success, I think we're going to mark off our first tick on the countdown clock to indicate the length that you have been taking.
Yes, we took a while here. Let's catch up with Oleg.
All right, I think I didn't actually give a consequence for the partial success with Oleg. I think the consequence is you're going to be difficult for the rest of the troop to locate. You just like went at it, you were scrambling, not doing it thoughtfully. You were just like, let's find somebody. And now you stand up and you're kind of like, okay, where am I actually?
I did not get orienteering badge. I am in trouble. Hello, friendly people.
Asking for friendly people. Roll to connect, I suppose.
Okay. A 3.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, you call out, yeah, friendly people, hello, and you hear a voice crawling up over a boulder behind you. Friends, it asks for precious. Well, I can be your friend.
I immediately turn around and hide my wooden nickel. Hello.
And you see the terrifying Lego golem standing atop this rock.
Grandmama, you came to visit.
Yes, dear little friends, he is precious. And he like clambers down from the boulder and walks up to you and reaches out and just like grabs your claw hand. Oh yes, Smeagol, good Smeagol, kind Smeagol can guide you through the forests, is precious.
Grandmama, what slimy hands you have.
Yes, follows us, he does, follows us straight into... No, we can't let him know, precious. And you start following Gollum through the woods. Let's go back to Master Brickithon and Pilfer.
Well, beans. We seem to have lost Oleg.
Here, let me try something. Hey Ned,
Hey, what?
since there's no problem you can't build your way out of, I'd like to grab a bunch of the brown dirt blocks off the ground and use them to build a Lego bloodhound.
Okay.
Can I instill life into a Lego creation? And do I have that power?
You could create like a construct bloodhound, I suppose.
Okay, sure. I'll make a robot bloodhound.
Take this Sharpie. You need to draw a face on it. I think that's how it works.
That is how it works.
That's true. We've established the rules.
Now, what do we roll for this? I think that's going to be rig to try and build something.
Oh, I picked a really bad core belief to match my stats, but I gotta live with it now. So
All right, that's going to be 0 dice to rig, so roll 2, take the lower.
yeah, that's gonna be a 2.
Would you like to push your luck or make a deal with the darkness?
And push my luck just gives me 1 more dice. Do I still take the lowest?
You would mark 2 luck, and then that would change it from 2 dice take the lowest to just 1 die flat out.
And I would re-roll for that?
In this instance, I believe so. I think it would probably be more. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. Still don't love those odds, but you know what? I'm a gambling man today, not usually. I'm rolling a dice.
Go for it.
That's a 5.
There
5,
you go.
partial success. All right, you make a mechanical dog out of dirt. And as you watch it kind of like shambling around and it goes,
Arf, arf, hello, I am here to serve you.
you see that dust is just like flaking off of its joints as it's moving. This is not going to last long.
I'll reach into my bag and take out some of the spare parts that I've been sneaking off of Oleg's workbench for the last few weeks, and I'm gonna let the bloodhound smell them for his scent.
All right. The bloodhound gives a little sniff on a partial success. What's going to happen? I think the bloodhound is going to go,
Okay, we go in this direction. Arf, arf, I am a dog.
and it starts moving off pretty slowly because it's a dog made out of dirt, and eventually leads you to the base of a tree. He goes,
I find a plastic person at the base of this tree. You are looking for a plastic person, yes?
Wait, is there? I'm gonna do what I'm good at and destroy the tree and see if there's someone inside.
okay, go ahead and roll to wreck.
Got to play to my statistical strengths. That is a 6.
There you
Nice.
go.
6, yeah. You just like, what does it look like as you wreck this tree?
I'm just going to walk up to it and do kind of one of those big sort of jumping Lego Batman, just forward kicks, just kick the tree, and it just kind of breaks cleanly near the base, and the top section goes spiraling through the air forward.
Yeah. And so you can see there was a hollow inside of this tree, and there was, in fact, a plastic person inside of this tree. You see a staff member inside. So the staff member has a wood nickel in his hand, but is currently lying motionless, surrounded by a bunch of those Lego webs.
Hey, we found you. Give us the nickel.
Completely unresponsive, just like blank eyes staring forward.
Come on, say ah beans. Come on.
Here, let me try, Pilfer. Let me try. And I'll go up and I'll give him a few slaps across the face.
Okay, trying to wake this guy up. That's going to be compel? Trying to compel him to wake up, I suppose.
Let's see, compel. That's 1 die. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. That's a 4.
Okay, he, in fact, as you slap him across the face, eyes blink, lets out a huge gasp, oh, beans! And then falls unconscious again, but holding out the nickel towards you.
And I grab the nickel.
I'm going to notice the spider webs for the first time and say, Pilfer, are you noticing an unusual amount of spiders around tonight?
To be honest, I just didn't want another activity ruined by dying campers. I was trying to ignore it. We're gonna have to solve this, aren't we?
Pilfer, I hate spiders. I hate them. I do not like spiders at all. So I will be honest, I was trying to ignore it too.
I could put the tree back.
No, I think we have a duty here. It seems we have a spider problem on our hands. That's probably where Oleg is.
In a spider web.
Probably.
Cut to my imagination of Oleg wrapped up in a spider web, screaming as a giant Lego spider crawls down towards him.
It's all in like hand-drawn on lined paper, like Teen Girl Squad style.
Yes.
We should probably find him.
And I'll turn back to the dog and go, what can I do? Can I compel the dog to smell better?
Well, I mean, you turn back to the dog, and it looks up at you and says,
Oh, Papa, it was a delight to experience life, even if only for a temporary time.
and you see is just like kind of falling apart into dust in front of you, but reaches out one paw in your direction.
No.
Piece of junk barely even worked.
And with its final dusty breath as you just like walk off past it, it goes,
I love you too, Father.
and then just collapses to dust.
I'll need... Once we save Oleg, I'll have him show me how to build a robot.
Master Brickithon is going to get serious here and bring his hunting skills to bear
All right.
to find Oleg.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to be looking for tracks, trying to detect his scent on your own. This bloodhound doesn't know what it's doing. I know how to scent out quarry. So go ahead and hunt then. That's 2 dice.
Oh, that's a 1 and a 3. Remind me what I can push my luck, spend 2 luck for a reroll.
Yeah, you mark 2 luck to roll 1 additional die, or you can make a deal with the darkness, which gives you 1 additional die. You can do only one or the other per roll.
And the deal with the darkness marks doom?
Deal with the darkness doesn't cost anything. It just means that I get to add a complication to the scene that is going to happen, regardless of whether you succeed or not.
I'm doing it. I'm making a deal with the darkness.
All right. The deal with the darkness is going to be something happening when we cut back over to Oleg.
Oh. Okay, well, I rolled a 2. So that was...
Sorry, Oleg.
Pilfer, I am going to tell you, I cannot make out his scent, his tracks, or anything. I think it is safe to assume that Oleg is dead.
Can I? Oh, this might be way too late. I totally forgot. We can help each other. I do also have 1 in hunt. So can I help him search out tracks and clues?
Yeah, so if you want to just help another hunter, you can mark 1 of your luck to give another die to Master Brickithon.
Oh, yeah, I'll mark a luck. And when once I start to see he's like kind of struggling, and I'm like, he forgot his glasses, I'll get down and start looking around for footprints and stuff.
Okay, so Caleb, you get 1 additional die.
All right, here we go. That's another 2.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Welp.
I told you, he's dead. The aliens that connect the moon took him.
Now, what do we think? I'm going to let us brainstorm. Okay, Caleb and Evan, what is actually happening to Oleg right now?
I mean...
Caleb, you know Lord of the Rings better than I do. What does Gollum do to the, does he kidnap people? Does he, tie them up?
I mean, we've got spiders going on. I'm assuming Gollum is leading Oleg to Shelob so that he can take something. I mean, Oleg doesn't have the ring, and so I'm guessing that
His wooden nickels.
that Gollum wants to take his wooden nickels off his dead body.
But they left the wooden nickel behind of the staff member in the tree.
I'm just saying Gollum wants the wooden nickels. The spider just wants to eat people, probably.
Oh, okay. So you think the spider killed the staff member, and Gollum just never went to loot the corpse?
Yeah, he didn't know about this one. Spider's just eating.
That's fair.
They're not in cahoots.
That's because Gollum was busy leading Oleg to Shelob. Oleg, what do you say when you see the giant spider in front of you?
Aw, beans.
Yeah, Oleg, you see the giant spider, and you hear Gollum's retreating voice, and then we shall taste his wooden nickels, precious, from his cold body. Perhaps he tastes sweet as well. Sweet meats for Gollum, precious. What would you like to do? The spider is rushing towards you.
I'm distraught. My grandmother just betrayed me. Let me see. With great aplomb and accuracy, I will pull out my hunting rifle
Okay.
and shoot it.
All right, shoot the spider with the rifle. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I'm guessing that's hunt.
Yeah, roll to hunt.
Hunting rifle takes 2 slots. Boop, boop. Hunt. That's a 6.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, you pull out the rifle, and Shelob stops right in front of you, and just kind of internally, this isn't a sword. What's going on here? And that is the last thing that Shelob thinks.
Boy.
So yeah, you have killed the giant spider. You see, okay, yeah, this is a pretty definitive clue, giant spider. But maybe there's something else going on beyond that. So what do you do now that this particular threat is no longer an issue?
I'm gonna look for a wooden nickel. I want my candy bar.
Oh my goodness.
Logical.
Yeah, so you start looking around because we're going to keep dovetailing off of your successful roll there. You look around and you can see that in this cave where Shelob is layered, there are 7 wrapped up bundles just scattered around the walls of this cave. And you see the faces just frozen with shock. But in the hand of each one of these 7 bundles, you see a wooden nickel.
You should not have all hidden in same place. I find you very easily. And I'll take the wooden nickels. I have 8 wooden nickels.
All right. Let's go. That turned out very surprisingly well for Oleg. Let's pop back over to Pilfer and Master Brickithon one more time before we wrap this up.
We're like the 2 Stooges, and he's like the Terminator.
Did you hear that? I'm pretty sure that was the sound of Oleg's hunting rifle.
I'll run off towards the sound.
I'll follow.
Yeah, I think, narratively, that makes sense to me. Let's have you roll to hunt, and I'm going to give you an extra die just for free because of that assistance that Oleg is giving you, I suppose.
That is a 6, a 6, and a 5.
Nice.
Critical success.
Where were those a minute ago?
Okay, so on a critical success, we are going to get increased effect. You are running in the direction of the rifle shot, and when you get to the outside of Shelob's cave, you pause for just a moment, and you can see tracks, ruts in the ground of things being dragged. And you kind of look out and you can see all around you, through the underbrush, through the leaf litter, just all of these tracks, these ruts being dug up through the ground, surrounded by more of those little pinprick footprints that Oleg saw earlier. And you try to do some triangulation on where they're all headed, and you look up and you lock eyes with Sauron himself, the one location where all of these trails are leading.
Oh, beans.
And you know what? I think that's where we're going to pick up next time. One of my favorite things I'm discovering about doing something set in a Lego world is there are just so many properties that we can bring into this campaign.
Yes.
And they make so much more sense than Taika's Fun Punch Club.
Right? Oh, wow. I just remembered that Taika's Fun Punch Club exists. That's a thing that we did. Holy cow.
My brain has a definitive, when I think about our podcast, there's like a before Taika's Fun Punch Club and an after. It's like a marker in my brain of the chronology.
A defining line of quality in the podcast.
It's like BC and AD.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Shoot dang. I am pretty darn happy with how this is turning out. Excited to see where this all leads. But for now, everybody, thanks for listening to Improv Tabletop. We'll be back next time with more adventures in the world of the Tension Builders. If you want more, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe even give us a review. We would be as happy as a scout who has collected, I think, 8 wooden nickels at this point. If you would go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice. We also have a bunch of social media accounts that are not being used or monitored, so if you'd like to get in touch with us, there are other ways. You could email us at improvtabletop@gmail.com. You could join our Patreon to join the patron-exclusive Discord, where people are always posting pictures of their pets and sharing with each other, celebrating each other's victories in life, talking about whatever cool games they're playing. So if you'd like to get in touch with us, don't be afraid to reach out. Now it's time to shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons.
Hey!
And the people we're shouting out this week are Tim Rust, Tyson Lanzin, and Adrian Garneau.
Yeah. We know them.
Thanks, guys.
These are 3 of the staff members who are not going to get found. They have found the best hiding places in the entire camp. People are going to search high and low for them. Not even a single member of the Brick-a-Brack troop is going to be able to locate them.
Wow.
And unfortunately, not even a single member of Troop 4x2 is going to be able to locate them either, because we know that Troop 4x2 is better at tracking people than the Brick-a-Brack troop. Am I right?
That's right.
An hour ago, I might have said so.
I've got 8 coins. I'm so good at this.
Oh, man. We will have more Sticker Club patrons to shout out next week. And if you, dear listener, want to join their ranks, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get things like Discord access, as I mentioned, biannual sticker packs, which I don't mention very often in detail. I make stickers, and they're unhinged if you have no context for what's going on in the podcast. So that's fun. And we also have our current ongoing patron-exclusive campaign, Serpent Sea Sagas, which is being played using Dungeon World, which is currently, I think, my favorite RPG that I'm playing. I'm having a grand old time with it. It's fun to get some of those classic D&D-ish sort of vibes that we got from when we first started getting into RPGs together. So kind of nostalgic in that way. Very fun. Now let's do a round of plugs. Evan, would you mind taking that for us this week?
Yeah, listen to iCast Fireball. It's our sister podcast. They play D&D 5e over there. You can listen to Ned pretend that he still likes D&D 5e.
It's true.
I'm just kidding. He doesn't like it as a rule system, but that doesn't mean he doesn't like the story or the good times with his friends. You can head over to fanrolldice.com and use code VroomVroomFifi to get 10% off?
I believe 10% off.
10% off?
Not honestly sure. You get a certain percentage off.
Guess you'll just have to use it to find out.
And find out. Just experiment with
I
it.
guess it's the only way.
Surprise percentage.
I'll plug beans. Did you know the average American doesn't get the recommended daily amount of fiber? It's recommended you get 30 grams of fiber a day, and almost no Americans get that. And you know what is an excellent source of fiber? Beans.
As Brack once said in Space Ghost Coast to Coast, high in fiber, low in fat. Hey, I bet you didn't know that.
There you go. I recently have taken up some advice from a online nutritionist that I really like, who says it's not about what you take away, it's about what you add. And so if you're craving a food, you should have it, but add like vegetables or something on the side or on it. And I've learned that you can add black beans and pinto beans to a lot of things. And I like beans, and they're almost always welcome, and they help me hit my daily fiber goals. So have some beans. They're shockingly good for you in so many ways.
Nice. An actual helpful plug. Look at that.
Wow.
There you go.
Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here in the world of The Tension Builders. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by...
Caleb Anderton, probably not hitting his fiber goals.
Christian Randall, collector of coins.
And Evan Peterson, beans, the magical fruit. They help you have more regular poop.
There you go. Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Improv Tabletop. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by...
Caleb Anderton, I don't know. Let's try that again.
It's existential.
It is.